Let me show you what must be, I don't know, episode 1964 of political hypocrisy in action. Just have a look at the US Vice President Kamala Harris agreeing with the proposition that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy.
I don't think it's hyperbolic to say this genuinely could be the last democratic election we ever have.
You're right.
Listen to what he says. He's telling you dictators aren't a dictator for one day, and then it's let the people decide.
No, and I'm going to tell you, as vice president, I've now met with over 150 world leaders, presidents, prime ministers, chancellors, and kings. And in the last 3 international trips I've taken, which are, going back to the end of last year through this year, world leaders have come up to me expressing their real concern.
Yeah, just irresponsible and reckless, isn't it, for a vice president to claim her political opponent is not a democratic alternative, but is a threat to democracy. And world leaders agree, supposedly. She doesn't name any. We're all familiar with the sorts of things the Democrats trot out to back this up. Trump's ridiculous statements about not accepting the result of the last election, and of course the terrible storming of the Capitol by some Trump supporters. But the point is that you don't have to excuse any of that appalling behaviour to point out that so many Democrats have been just as bad. We've had Hillary Clinton claim the system did her over in 2016 as she called for public resistance. We had Madonna wishing she could blow up the White House. And we've had wild talk like this.
If we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Too many see the protests as the problem. Please, show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Go to the Hill today. Get up in the face of some Congress people.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Running away from Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
When they go low, he can.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Yeah, it's time both sides of US politics stopped with the references to violence and the demonisation of their opponents as anti-democratic. Here's an idea. Perhaps just try and get more people to vote for you than the other guy.